Hello, guys, and welcome back to House Edge. We are going over the NFL Conference Championships. We have the Eagles versus the Commanders, and the Chiefs versus the Bills. How you doing, Bert?
Doing good, doing good. 3 games left. It kind of feels unreal.
Yeah, yeah. So we're gonna hop right into this week. Got to do a lot better. Both going 1-4 over the week. We're starting to look like Lamar Jackson in the playoffs.
Oof. Didn't have to go there. Yeah, but that's true. That is him in the playoffs.
But great regular season hasn't been so good as in the playoffs. But we're gonna do great this week. We got 4 plays each, starting off with the Commanders and Eagles game. We're both going to be taking the same side here. I'm going to take Commanders plus 6.5. I think that rushing attack for the Commanders could really cause some trouble. I mean, the Eagles' rushing attack is great as well. 6.5 just seems like too many points to me.
Yeah, I think the Eagles are going to run all over him, but the Commanders show that they can pretty much keep up with any team all year. So 6.5 points, way too many points for a
Yeah, and
playoff
we're
game.
talking about a team that played the Eagles twice, that beat them once and then had an 8 point margin. The loss coming with Jalen Hurts going out, but Jalen's banged up in this week too, so anything
Yeah,
goes.
and also that 8 point loss came during Washington's worst stretch of the season. They lost to the Cowboys around that time. That's when they hit a slump. Now they're back in form. I don't think there's any chance that they lose by that many.
Yeah, absolutely. And we both have a prop for this game as well, a single prop. I'm going to be taking Saquon Barkley over 23.5 for his longest rush. This man seems to have like a 40-yard gain every game.
Yep.
The Washington rush defense is 30th in the league. I don't think they can contain him completely. He'll get off for one.
Yeah, for sure. I like this play. I would take this play as well. I mean, Saquon's pretty much unstoppable. He's proved it all year. And I'm going to be taking his counterpart, Jalen Hurts, anytime touchdown. Saquon will get it down to the 1 yard line, and they give it to Jalen every single time. That's how he has so many touchdowns.
Yeah, the old touchdown thief. I like that. Minus
Yep.
140, not too much juice. I would take that as well.
And on to our next game. We have conflicting sides here. I'm going to be taking the Bills plus 1.5. They didn't let me down last week, and they're my pick for the Super Bowl from the AFC side.
Man, I'm going to be taking the Chiefs, still holder of a Chiefs AFC Championship ticket. And I would take the -1.5 this week. The Chiefs are the best team in football. They can't be beat. And I think this is a week that Josh Allen is finally going to show his true colors, because this won't be a game where he can just dink and dunk and play conservative. You're going to have to beat the Chiefs. They're not going to beat themselves. So when I add on to it, I'm going to be taking Josh Allen interception at -102.
Yeah, I mean, this is Josh Allen's chance to prove himself, right? Can he do it? Can he beat the Chiefs? The Chiefs, they look immortal. I think they did lose to the Bills earlier this season, so I think the Bills are the one team that can beat the Chiefs. So we'll see what happens.
I would like to add on to that loss against the Bills that the Chiefs had. That was their worst. I mean, that was the game that they rushed the passer the least, and that is a team that loves to turn up the blitz. I think that was on purpose, not trying to give the Bills too many good looks heading into this matchup.
Yeah,
They knew they were going to have to play.
that's true. One of their only losses of the season. And I'm also going to be taking Travis Kelsey over 6.5 receptions. I think this is going to be a high scoring game, and Mahomes seems to find Kelsey when playoff time hits.
Yeah, Kelsey's a playoff performer. I like the 6.5.
And moving on to our parlays for Wild Card Weekend, I'm taking a Washington receiving duo, Terry McLaurin over 64.5 reception yards. Dude doesn't have a single drop in the playoffs. And Zach Ertz over 3.5 receptions. They like to use him for short dump off passes, so plus 212 there.
The only worry that I have with this one is the usage rate. I think this is a game where Commanders are going to have to, lean on that running. A lot of QB runs from Jaden Daniels, because you got to try to eat up some clock and make less possessions for
Hmm.
Saquon Barkley.
Could easily see that, yeah. But I think they're gonna have to pass playing from behind, get some chunk yardage.
Yeah, that can be a possibility as well. For my parlay, I also have a 2-leg parlay player prop. I'm be taking Amari Cooper over 1.5 receptions. Amari Cooper looks to be, if you look at the box score over the last couple of weeks, he's been phased out of this offense. But if anybody has ever had Amari Cooper on their fantasy team, you know that he goes stretches where he'll catch 0 balls on 1 target. And I think this week he'll show up. This is what they traded to get him for,
Mm-hmm.
to show up in big moments like this. 2 catches is kind of ridiculous for a guy of his talent.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to be taking Saquon Barkley over 24.5 rushing attempts. As I said in my rebuttal against your pick, Burke, I think there's going to be a large usage rate for rushing for this game, and I think they'll feed Saquon.
Yeah. Both of these picks I 100% agree with. I like this parlay. Saquon's going to rush the ball around 30 times probably.
And that's plus 229.
That rounds out our plays for conference championship weekend. Good luck on your bets, and we'll see you Super Bowl week.